Hello, kindergarten mathematicians. Are you ready to get your brain warmed up and ready to work with numbers today? Let's go ahead. Ava and I would like it if you could count with us to 20. Are you ready? We're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yay! Did you do it? Great work. I love seeing your mouth, so make sure your face is in the screen so your teachers can see you. All right, what should we do next, Ava? Oh yeah, let's count by tens. I hope you can count with tens with us. Are you ready? Get your mouse ready so we can watch you. We're gonna watch. Ready? Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yay! Okay, okay. She really wants to count back by starting with 10. Are we ready? So we're going to count backwards. So we'll be like we're up high and maybe we can count down low. Let's do that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Blast! Great job, my counters. Okay, so now Ava has been wanting to do this again. She is going to give you a number, and we want you to subitize it. We want you to look at it real quick and tell us what it is as fast as you can. All right, are you ready, Ava? Okay, she's got something ready for you. She's gonna pop up and show you. You ready? How many does she have? How many? Show me with your fingers. Awesome. Great work. Okay. All right, Ava, you ready to do another one? Okay. All right, here we go. She's coming. She's going to show you the number. What is that number? Show us with your fingers. Show us. Oh my goodness. Ava, can you believe it? Look at, oh my goodness. They are so good at that. 6. Good work. All right, let's do one last one. Ava, are you ready? Okay, she's ready. Here we go. Here she comes. She's hiding. She's coming up. No. How many? Show us with your fingers. How many? That is right, boys and girls. 5. Good job. I loved seeing all of those 5s today. And actually what we're going to do is we are going to be looking at something that a lot of mathematicians look at. They look at something called graphs. And I know some of you might graph. I know in my class we graph the weather every morning, but let's talk about what graphs are. So let's take a look and see what these graphs are showing us. So we have a graph here, and it says at the top, favorite fruits. And a graph is just a picture, and it can tell you some information. A lot of times mathematicians call information data. And this data tells us who likes what kind of fruit. So we've got oranges here, and this many people like oranges. It looks like it's up to 6. And bananas, it looks like 2 people like bananas. And pears, 1, 2, 3 people like pears. And 4 people like apples. And if you look at this data, you can tell from a graph really quickly what most people like. Do you know what most people like? Oranges, for sure. And you can make your own graphs, boys and girls. Take a look at this. I've got some really cool pictures of graphs that other kids have done. You can graph anything you want. This person decided to grab nuts, all kinds of nuts that they had in their house, and they sorted them out, and I can see some different kind of nuts, and you can see what they have the most nuts of. And oh, wouldn't this be a fun one? This person made a graph of transportation, ways you can get around. And look, they have some toys that go on the ground, and some toys that go in the sky, and a toy that goes in the water. This person has most of things that go on the ground and the least amount of things that go in the water. I wonder if we did that, if that would look different. I bet it would. Let's look at the next one. Oh, this looks like a fun graph, doesn't it, Ava? M&Ms. Do you like M&Ms? You could totally sort M&Ms or Skittles or other types of candies. And look, in this bowl, it's a tie, isn't it, between yellow and green. Those have the same amounts, and oh, and the fewest over here. So boys and girls, what we're going to do today is we are going to make our own graphs and talk about how we can make our own graphs. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And I have something here that's called a graphing grid. You might have paper like this. You don't even need it, but I'm going to show you what we can do. So we've got graphing paper here, and sometimes you could put different things just like you saw in that picture with the different nuts. Maybe you could do coins, different types of coins. You could sort those out. And I have another one here that some of you might have that I'm going to do today. And this one has different shapes on it that I could graph. And you know what I have here? I have some different shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to open up my bag. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sort them and put my different shapes together so that they're kind of by each other. And we'll see what I have the most of. I don't know yet. All right, so I've got some shapes here. And oh, here is my triangle. So I'm going to put my triangles right here. There I go. And then I have, oh, this one looks kind of like that shape, doesn't it? I'll call that a rhombus. I'll put those there. Oh, look at that. And then I have, do you know what this shape is? Square. So let me put my squares up here. Look at how I'm sorting these out. And then I have a skinny rhombus. Sometimes we call them diamonds or rhombus. They have 4 sides, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oh, I didn't have any of this. These aren't even on my grid, so I'm going to put them over here, but I could, got an idea actually. These are called trapezoids, so see how many trapezoids I have. Oh, and I could just add another column here maybe of my 2 hexagons here. Most of my shapes, I have mostly the big blue, don't I? I have most of the big blue shapes. How many triangles do I have? Show me with your fingers. How many triangles are on my graph? 1, 2, oh, 3. I see a lot of 3 fingers. Great. How many, if I look at my graph, how many squares do I have? You squares, how many? Good. I see a lot of 2 fingers up there. So you could graph shapes. If you had shapes like this, you could totally graph them. And you know what else? You could graph your toys. You could graph, like I said, coins or different types of food. And I also have another graph I want to try out. I have some of these. And again, if you don't have this graph paper, I wanted to show you that you don't even need paper if you don't want to. You can just, or you could do plain paper like this. And so I have some chips here. These chips have different colors too. So again, the first step when I'm graphing is I'm going to sort them together. So I'm going to put all my reds together, and I'm going to put all my greens together, and my yellows, and my blues. Can you tell what I have most of right now? Boy, it's kind of hard, isn't it? It's hard to tell how many you have most of. But if you do a graph, you can figure it out. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start lining these up. So if I line up my blues here, I'm going to just line them up like that. Oh, look, there's my blues. And now I'm going to put my reds down in a graph like this. Oh, let me see. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I had so many reds. I'm going to do my greens next. And some yellows. Oh, now it's much easier to see my data, isn't it? It's much easier to see what there is the most of. What is there the most of? Red. There's most of red. And oh, these 2 are the same, aren't they? They're like tied. They both have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow. So boys and girls, you could get data like this, and you can go ahead and graph things that are around your house. And so you can think of different things like, again, you could do toys, you could do different types of shoes maybe. Maybe you could get out like your boots and your tennis shoes in your house. They don't just have to be yours. They could be different people in your family. And you could graph those. Oh my goodness, the graphing ideas are endless. So stay tuned because we're not done graphing yet.